Hey everyone, Will here from Mature Minded Gamers, and I'm going to be continuing my dive into each of the characters for Super Fantasy Brawl. Should be coming out summertime, fall time, somewhere around there. Not really sure 100% yet, but we're very much looking forward to it here at the Mature Minded Gamers. I cannot wait to get my hands on the copy. Tonight we are going to be taking a look at Gwaien, the Gathering Storm, your glass cannon mage style character. Now she doesn't have much health and absolutely no armor, but she does hit like a Mack truck. And we're going to dive into her cards here in just a minute. This should be the finalize or close to finalization of the version that we should be getting when the game does release. So we're going based on that information. So we'll take a look at her leveled up side. When you activate Gwaien, you can decrease the minimum range by 1 and increase the maximum range by 1. So, what does that really mean? Well, let's take a look at each of the cards and it'll make a little bit more sense. So, let's go ahead and dive into this one first, called Fireball. Her destruction attack card, it gives her 1 movement, and it has a minimum range of 2 and a maximum range of 3. Now, if we look at her leveled up ability, you notice that that skill, though, is going to give her the ability to make that range 1 to 4. That's halfway across the board, and sometimes across the board, like from one control zone to the next. It does a 3 damage attack, or excuse me, it does a 3 power attack, and after the attack you deal 2 damage to each champion adjacent to the target. This is her coup de grace, her big ability. When Gwaien is on the table and she is your opponent, you definitely do not want to group people up. And this could be a game changer for getting people off of an objective you need them to be off of. Alright, so next up we are going to be taking a look at another destruction attack card. It is 1 movement, range 3 to 5, potentially range 2 to 6 if she is leveled up. Again, 3 power. After the attack, you can push 1. This is a great card to be able to move people off of objectives or just to get them away from a certain character that you're trying to protect. So another great destruction card. All right, moving on, we have Chain Lightning. Now, this one does give you 2 movement, again, range 2 to 3, potentially range 1 to 4. Another 3 power attack. After the attack, if damage was dealt, deal 2 damage to another champion within 2 hexes of the target. Man, another fantastic card for Gwaien. So absolutely amazing. Again, we're seeing a lot of heavy hitting cards with Gwaien so far. Now, one of her downsides is you notice these range cards are all hex lines, so really need to make sure you're in the right position with her. She's not as effective as she can be. All right, so next up we're going to look at Ignite. So this one here has 2 movement, a indirect shot of range 2, has a 2 power attack, and after the attack, Gwaien's allies gain +2 power against the target until the end of the turn. So this would be a great card to start off with, light those enemies on fire, giving some extra power to someone else's attack. Could be something that that is a great starter to be able to finish a big champion off. So a great card again for Gwaien. This one doesn't have the minimum maximum, so it doesn't really benefit from her leveled up side. Alright, so next up we have her reaction card. This one is Arcane Shield. It does give you a +1 defense, and if the attacker is not adjacent to the target, this card gains +2, so that's a total of +3 defense. Wow, that is huge. Probably one of the absolute biggest defense cards in the game. So not only is she going to hit hard, but she does have the 1 card that's going to be able to stop almost any attack. So fantastic reaction card. All right, and last but certainly not least, we have Teleport. One of her only skill cards. This is going to allow her to jump 4, which is just a huge movement for her, getting her pretty much anywhere on the board that you need to get her to. and a great card to be able to utilize to make sure you can get your enemies in those hex lines that you need to, because jump, as we know, bypasses other characters, and you can just move right through traps. Doesn't trigger those things. It's just one of those things that really makes her stand out, and you never really know. She's very unpredictable. So, fantastic card. All right, everyone, that was Gwaien from Super Fantasy Brawl, the mage type character, very much your glass cannon. I love playing with her. She is the man, she's almost like the spearhead of my team. You want to keep her protected, but man, when she's going, she is on fire. All right, everyone, that was Gwaien again for Super Fantasy Brawl. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button if you'd like to see and be notified when we post more Super Fantasy Brawl content. This is the best way to do it.